Hi and welcome to Indigo Starfire. My name is Bevin, and in this video I'm going to be looking into the question, what did the person on your mind think the last time they saw you? There are three groups to choose from. Group 1 is the Chalcedony. Group 2 is the Stitch-Tight. And group 3 is the Appetite. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to. I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you'd like to jump ahead. And up next is a close-up photo of the crystals to help you better make your selection. Hi, Group 1. You chose the Chalcedony. So let's see, what did the person on your mind think the last time that they saw you? This could have either been an in-person meeting or maybe they looked you up on social media. What were their thoughts and feelings about you? Okay, so we have seek the wisdom of your shamanic guides. So this is an energy that speaks to some sort of balance that you have achieved within yourself, a balancing of the light and shadow polarities within. You have really come to know yourself and love yourself very deeply, and this radiates in a sense of presence and confidence and also humility and just a general sense of well-being that you seem to radiate, that is very palpable, very obvious in photographs. It's very obvious when seeing you move through any environment in a physical sense. And so this feels to be something that was very awe-inspiring for this person. Ways in which they are seeing you in more of a well-rounded capacity at this point in time, or any challenges that you had been facing in the past to get to know yourself on a deeper level, integrate the shadow into the nature of your light, and embrace wholeheartedly who you are. There's a sense that this individual recognizes you've achieved that in a very profound way. There's a magnetic quality that you exude now that maybe might have been kind of obscured in the past, or you had kind of shied away from that level of personal power, personal magnetism within yourself that now just feels to be a very natural or inherent quality about you, almost like your energy introduces itself before you even enter a room. So it feels this is something where this person is very drawn to you. They may have also noticed that other people are very drawn to you. You are the center of attention in a lot of ways that in the past might have made you self-conscious, but it feels like something that you're aware of that, you're cognizant of that, and yet it's something that has not led to an overinflation of your ego. You just sort of move through any circumstance with a level of self-awareness and self-acceptance that it feels like is inspiring to other people. It's a rare quality to see in the way in which you hold that in yourself and sort of radiate that out, the way that you present yourself, the way that there's almost like a quiet confidence inside of you that doesn't need to be boastful or, kind of demonstrated or flaunted in like an overly kind of obvious or, flamboyant sort of way. There's just an essence that even even in the most simple of circumstances, you present as a very bright light within any situation. And so it feels like it's something that has really drawn this person to you. If they were attracted to you before, there's almost an energy of that they are craving you at this point in time. There's a desire to move in closer to you, to just be very present within your energy, or to engage with you very directly. So if this is somebody that's at a distance from you and maybe just watching on social media, this can also indicate that they are very motivated to reach out, to make contact, to sort of get to know this version of you, this balanced version of you, and something that it feels like might also have kind of sparked or instigated within them an energy of self-reflection, kind of like where have they been cutting corners in their life as far as getting to know kind of everything about themselves and loving and accepting themselves fully, because there's a desire to move back towards you and conjunct with you in a way that was not possible before, because you still, it feels like, had aspects within self that you needed to explore and come to peace with or reconcile within yourself. And so there's a sense of that you've grown, that you've evolved, that you've matured right before their eyes. You have blossomed. You've really come into your own, and it's a sense of this person feeling very drawn to that, very desiring that very deeply, seeing that if they felt that there was chemistry between you in the past, there's almost like, this is my perfect match. This is that person that is the true reflection and fits very perfectly with the best version of me. And we also have bring peace to troubled waters. So there's a sense of soothing within your presence. Not only do you draw attention from everybody in the room, but you help to really put people at ease. There's a sense that people look towards you, not even so much with an energy of jealousy or envy, but just that you bring tranquility to situations. You bring calm to situations. You help ease other people's anxieties, or you ease this person's anxiety, that everybody feels very welcomed in your presence, as they are, that you're able to relate to a variety of different individuals on their level in a way that doesn't feel forced. It doesn't make people feel kind of less than or better than, but you're almost, your energy is like the great equalizer within any circumstance. There's a sense about the way that you sort of talk or communicate, speak about yourself, or even speak to other people. You really hold space for others to be themselves very authentically. You make others kind of take down their guard, take their walls down, and express themselves in a way that maybe goes beyond just sort of usual pleasantries, that you're able to kind of draw out sort of truth from people, honesty from people, or even just kind of ease the burden and stress that people may have that is sort of an underlying current within themselves. And just a few moments spent in your energy is very healing. It's very rejuvenating. This person may have seen you in like a group setting and witnessed the ways in which tension very palpably sort of melted away from people physically, like how they were holding that. Their body language might have changed. Their posture might have changed. It's a sense that you bring out the light within people very naturally. People open up to you very naturally, and that you're also an honest and authentic person. And so this is something which encourages others to match that energy in kind, not in a forced way, but just in a very accepting sort of way. And so this again is like drawing this person to spend more time with you, get to know you better, get to know you again if you've been at a distance, separation with them, because they see that you're somebody who has really been striving to kind of cultivate the best in yourself, and that you very organically help to bring out the best in other people as well, which is something that they admire. You also have joy. So there's a sense that this person was feeling that you were radiating happiness, genuine happiness within yourself, that no matter what has been going on in your life, you have seemed to discover or cultivate some sort of temple within yourself, like a center of peace that is unshakable no matter what's happening, no matter what circumstances you're dealing with, the types of people that you're dealing with, situations where there's maybe many different vibrations, many different people, and you are sort of the calm within the storm, or you're this sort of center of gravity around which other people sort of try to emulate, or they radiate towards as like a sense of safety, like an anchor during troubled times. So this is something that it feels like your energy is something that really, again, kind of brings out the best in other people. It's something that really helps to bring out the best within this person. They're wanting to be near you. They're wanting to spend time with you. They're wanting to sort of join the party, as far as people that kind of spend time with you and then they walk away better than when they arrived, or filled with almost a sense of hope or optimism that's very contagious, that just sort of radiates very naturally from you, that you're a very optimistic person, or you try to find the best or create the best out of all circumstances. You've created some sort of joy out of your life, maybe taken obstacles and turned those into opportunities. And that allows you to sort of pay that forward to other people, either in advice that you give, or just even the energy that you present that is very solutions based. It's not focusing on the negatives. It's focusing on kind of becoming that light in the darkness, or looking towards those horizons of hope, which is something that it feels like is very motivational for this person as well. We also have color, so there's a sense that you are a very vivid energy. You're a very vibrant person. You exude this very healthy life force energy that this individual craves. You add dimensions of color to their world that they hadn't even perceived were possible before. The way you make this person feel inside, or that they were feeling inside the last time they saw you, it was as if the world itself just lit up. They were able to kind of see themselves, see their future, maybe with you by their side, or just kind of look beyond any sort of trials and tribulations that they're going through, anything that they might have felt very kind of stressed or depressed about. It's a sense of even just catching a glimpse of you. All of that seemed to fade away, and for a moment they were in the midst of just infinite possibilities. So there's a sense of a powerful light that you hold inside that draws this person to you. It's a sense that you, even without speaking, just sort of being in your presence, gazing upon you, or time spent in your company, it has really helped to uplift this person. It's really helped this person to hold on during difficulties, trusting that sort of this too shall pass, and better days will come. They may see you as somebody who gives really sage advice, really good advice, that it's not just cliches. You're almost that living example. You live your personal truth. You walk your talk. And so this person looks to you as somebody that is very reliable, very trustworthy, in the sense of any feedback, any sort of suggestions that you've given to them, anything about the way that you live your life that they may now trying to be modeling in their own regard. It's something that it comes across as very reliable, because there's some evidence just in the energy that you hold inside, the way that you carry yourself, that living according to your personal philosophy, or whatever it is that you've been kind of doing to, again, cultivate that joy or balance that light and shadow within, it works, it's effective. It's something that they really want for themselves as well. This is somebody who desires to match your energy, to live life in that ability to kind of walk the full spectrum of colors, light and shadow, good days and bad, and to continue to move forth in that sort of state of perpetually reaching for more within themselves and outwardly, and that this is something that there's a sense of almost not wanting to be left behind, not wanting to be left out or excluded from your life, or from what will become in your life further down the road. And so this feels like it's definitely motivated. This last sort of encounter or experience or viewing that they had of you has really motivated them to start to become more proactive in kind of turning situations around in their life, or even coming to terms with aspects within themselves they had been shying away from or had been resistant to sort of dealing with, or anything that they'd been sort of hopeless or very kind of pessimistic about. There's a sense of looking towards you as that example of becoming the light in even the most troubling of times. And we also have kinship, community, your group. So this person definitely recognized you as a soulmate, as the one, part of their soul family, the person that they want to build a life with, they want to create a family with, blend families with, something where there's a desire to generate more closeness, not let an opportunity with you slip through their fingers, that you are somebody who is a very nurturing presence as well. You almost bring out the inner child, the playfulness within other people, just due to your authenticity, due to like the well-balanced nature of who you are. You encourage other people to sort of unshoulder the burden of maybe needing to be very stoic, needing to be very serious. And the way that you live your life is there's a responsibility, but there's also a carefree energy that it feels like, again, is very contagious. It's something that this person really wants to create closeness with you, or sort of get in closer to your life in order to be able to sort of enjoy the fruits of that experience on a constant basis. And we also have past life guides, karmic lessons, present assistance. So this person is seeing you as very blessed because you've almost stopped at nothing to create blessings in your life out of maybe troubling circumstances of your own, or having really alchemized pain into personal empowerment, wounds into wisdom. This person sees you as kind of a master alchemist. Maybe this is somebody you've been at a distance from. They haven't seen you in a while, and it's like night and day, the transformation that has occurred within you, not through any sort of luck or chance, but it's almost something where they're recognizing that you've worked very diligently to work through some things, or overcome some things, or hold on through some storms that might have been sort of out of your control. You just had to ride those waves and see them through to completion and build from that point when you sort of washed ashore somewhere. And there's a sense that you have made healing and transcendence look like a beautiful process. So if this is somebody that had sort of been fearful of change, locked into karmic patterns, and sort of avoided doing that work within, or was just kind of like numbing away any pain or difficulty that they'd been feeling inside, there's a sense of seeing you having come out the other side of certain things. It has encouraged them to take steps in their life, to face some things, address some things, cut free from some things that have only been holding them back in their life, because they want to spread their wings and fly in the same way that it seems that you have, to generate sort of a second chance, a new opportunity, a rebirth energy for yourself that is very, very inspirational, very, very majestic in this person's eyes. So let's get some messages from their higher self and see what they want to tell you right now. And they say, I will be reaching out soon. So yeah, if this is somebody that's just been watching you from afar, watching on social media, lurking in the shadows, feels like they're working up the courage to say something, open those lines of communication, offer an apology if necessary, or even just try to sort of reinitiate conversation with you. They're not wanting the distance to continue to accrue or accumulate, but there's a sense of almost wanting to get to know you again, or bridge that gap between the two of you. And they Also say you give me butterflies. That's about that energy of transformation right there. You inspire this person to start to take care of some things in their life in a very proactive way, in order to release themselves from fears or kind of the self-imposed prison of limiting thoughts and beliefs that had maybe caused them to be a bit standoffish about this connection in the past or currently, ways in which they'd maybe settled in their life, or had not chosen to sort of reach toward different sorts of goals and dreams out of like a fear of failure. It feels that you encourage this person to take leaps of faith in many different directions in their life in order to make some necessary changes in order to more deeply align with you, but also just to sort of honor the call inside of themselves for dreams that they may have deferred, or kind of things that a defeatist attitude or like a fear of failure in the past may have caused them to sort of not take chances, just play it safe, walk a straight and narrow path, and there's a sense that you make a winding path, as much as it may be fraught with adventure or danger at times. You make it look like something that it builds character. There's blessings that can be achieved on the other side of adventure like that. And they also say, I get excited every time I see you. So if it's someone from a distance, they maybe have been watching you for a while, kind of craving or anticipating when they'll catch a glimpse of you and you'll post something on social media. Maybe this is someone who's seen you out and about, and is kind of plotting their next move towards you, getting ready to approach you directly. If it's somebody that you deal with and interact with face to face, there's a sense that it takes a lot of their willpower to just contain their excitement. There's an urge to sort of open up to you or spend more time with you, speak about deeper things than they have up to this point in time. But there's also a sense of feeling that they need to sort of ready themselves for that, to open their heart up to you and this connection, or the idea of a reconnection with you, that they're wanting to present something that's almost a frequency match, or lifestyle changes that will put the two of you in a deeper place of alignment. And they also say, I let my fears get the best of me. So this may, again, be somebody who's been watching for a while. They've been a little intimidated, a little scared to speak. It's almost a sense of if they were attracted to you before, now it's you are exponentially more attractive to them than you were the first time around, or than you were kind of the last time since before they saw you. And so there's a sense of them having to work up that courage to just say something, to strike up that conversation, or present that apology if necessary. Somebody who may kind of just be very captivated, very awestruck by you. They can't help but just sort of take you in, absorb all this energy, this beautiful, radiant love that you seem to exude. They want more of that, but there's also a desire for reciprocity, to give equally into this connection in the same way that they receive a lot of inspiration and light from you. So I'm going to get some initials. This can be a first, middle, or last name if you or this person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We've got F, S, L, X, S, W, E, V, T, N, O, E, B, H, D, Y, B, and R. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. We chose the Stitch Tight So let's see, what did the person on your mind think the last time they saw you? This could have been an in-person meeting, or maybe they've been watching you on social media. What are their thoughts and feelings about you? Okay, we have confront your opposite polarity. So this person may have thought, there's the yin to my yang, or the yang to my yin. They recognize you as their counterpart, as their perfect match, which it feels like is very exciting and also a very intimidating prospect. So this person, it feels like, doesn't want to waste any time in accelerating things forward between the two of you, but there's almost a sense of, if they open their heart to you fully, to a reconciliation, or to the next stage or evolution in your connection with one another, there's a sense of almost like there's no going back from that. There's no love that could be greater than yours. It's a sense of, to be loved by you, to be embraced fully by you, would be a life-changing experience in a most beautiful capacity. So you almost trigger and force this person, it feels like, to face feelings of inadequacy within themselves in order to rise to the occasion to meet you at your level. The way in which they see you kind of exude this radiant energy, they are now tasked, and they feel like they consciously know this, they are tasked to sort of find that within themselves, find where that equivalent exists within them, not from an egoic level, but from almost like a merging or a blend of ego and soul. You encourage this person to sort of tap into a higher awareness, reach beyond any defeatist attitudes or deficits as far as their self-esteem is concerned. You make this person feel like anything is possible for them in the most beautiful way in terms of the evolution of their life in general, who they are as a person, their worthiness in this moment here and now, to be seen and accepted for who they are and embraced and loved fully. It feels like something that you are the person that they have been searching for, that they've been wanting to find, that they've been waiting to come into their life. And there's a sense of not wanting to let you go, or if you are at a distance with one another, you've gone your separate ways, and maybe have recently reconnected, or they've started watching you, kind of checking you out on social media. There's a sense of them feeling very foolish for having let you go before, but almost feeling that there was maybe something necessary about that, so they could see you from this proper vantage point, so that they could have sort of distance from you in order to appreciate who you are more fully, or give you the opportunity to sort of step into the fullness of yourself, blossom into your full potential. And now there's this element of excitement, life speeding up for them, or them really wanting to take some very profound steps towards you, because there's a sense of, it feels right, the moment feels right. This version of you feels like the perfect version that aligns with the favorite version of themselves, the best version of themselves. So there's a motivation, it feels like, to overcome any sort of fears or intimidation, and really kind of stoke that personal flame inside of themselves, so that they can match you at that adequate and resonant frequency. We also have break free, regain your youth and fly. So you make this person feel like they are worthy and acceptable of love as they are in this moment. It feels like they are motivated to make some slight changes and improvements, nothing too long term that would sort of delay the next stage of your connection with one another. But it's almost sort of like tying up loose ends or primping things within themselves or within their life in order to come to you as sort of the most well-rounded version of themselves. There's a motivation to smooth out some rough edges, or to close out certain cycles that have been kind of right on the brink of being discontinued, that they may have been just sort of sitting on the fence about, and there's a sense of wanting to leap towards you, not wanting to miss a window of opportunity to be part of your life, or to come in closer to your heart, or to open their heart to you more fully than they have in the past, or than they are presently, that requires them to leave certain things behind. It feels like belief systems, or just kind of a guardedness and uncertainty, kind of like, is my heart really safe with you? Is it safe for me to take steps to opening up to love again? Or in this situation, if they had been sort of uncertain if they could trust their feelings for you, maybe this is something where feelings came on very quickly, very intensely. This could have caused this person to run in the past, or even at this point, if you're still in contact with them, they may have put the brakes on the situation a little bit to kind of check in with the logical mind, and not just let the heart sort of carry them away into sort of fantasy land. And there's a sense that they have created some sort of meeting and consensus between the logical mind and the heart space. And so you motivate this person to maybe show a romantic side that they have held back from you, or that they've never shown to anyone before, or it's the consensus that it's a good idea. It's in accordance with their highest good to trust in this situation, go with the flow of the currents and the energies between the two of you. They see reflected in your eyes almost all the love that they have ever been seeking, all the love that they've given away to the wrong people, or kind of trying to uplift others, and it was never reciprocated in kind. It's a sense of, you're that blessing. The universe has kind of repaid them with interest for all of that love that went into the wrong directions, and here you are, kind of the right door, the open door for them. And so there's a sense of almost feeling that it's very natural to love you, that it comes very naturally, or kind of the best of who they are, the most authentic version of who they are, just sort of comes to the surface without having to force that. There's an endearing quality about you, about the way that you love, your love language, how you have shown this person love, even in kind of honoring their need for space. If you've taken a break for one another, or you've been at a distance from one another, there's a sense that they feel or see that you've kept their memory in a very precious place. Even if there's been, wounding in this situation, or heartbreak in this situation, you've put those pieces back together in a way that doesn't speak to bitterness, but it speaks to kind of honoring what the two of you had, the realness of it, even if there was a lot of untapped potential in this situation, to where you almost fill this person with an optimism that it might be possible to repair this. There may still be time, there might be a chance to kind of pick up where you left off, or dive deeper than was possible before. We also have channeling. So there's a sense that you are exactly what they need, what they want in this life, what they have been looking for. Your energy, your essence, your emotions, the way that you sort of carry yourself, physical qualities about you, how you lead your life. It checks off every box, even boxes that they didn't know that they had within themselves. There's a sense of almost that you were made specifically for them, that you kind of fill needs that they have within themselves that they didn't even know that they had. And it comes from the essence of almost like a warmth that they feel in your presence, or like a calm that they feel in your presence, in addition to again, and kind of envisioning sort of the best of themselves as reflected through you, that it's now a challenge for this person, it feels like, to channel all of their motivation and their energy to not running in the opposite direction, not self-sabotaging, not looking at this blessing and feeling that they are unworthy of it, that they are unworthy of building a life with you or experiencing the love that is possible or that flows between the two of you even more strongly than it's currently enjoyed, even more openly than it is or currently or than it was in the past. There's a sense that you make this person almost feel like the hero of their own story, or like they can break themselves free from limiting behaviors and belief systems and patterns in order to be able to experience the expansiveness of love that is possible, that you are the gift, you are the divine blessing that has been presented to them. And we also have let go. So this person feels that you inspire them to leave certain habits and behaviors behind that they've known for a while have been limiting. It feels like this may have to do with heartbreak that they've experienced in the past, disappointment and rejection in the past that had caused them to sort of create a persona that was pleasing to others but never really letting others in too deeply, or a way in which they may have been prone towards people pleasing or trying to placate others, putting their own emotional needs secondary to sort of the well-being or the happiness or the desires of others. There's a sense that you are somebody, or in your presence they really feel like who they are as a person, their wants, their needs, their desires, there's space for that too. It's accommodated as well, that there's not so much a matter of like sacrifice needing to be made, but it's compromise that happens that fits very well in terms of fulfillment for them on a deep emotional level. There's a sense here of them really kind of seeing you as somebody, seeing the way, even if you were like interacting with them and just sort of how they felt inside, that they felt very respected, they felt very seen, very appreciated, and it's something that there's a desire to give that to you, give you credit for the positive impact that you have made upon them, or the essence of sort of who you are as a person. There's a desire to let go of any inclination that they've had to sort of keep those feelings secret, or to sort of minimize or hold back in terms of the ways in which they've expressed affection or love to you. There's a sense of almost wanting to unleash more of a fullness of the nature of what they hold in their heart, to not make you feel overlooked or forgotten, or that you're not good enough. But there's a desire to pour into this situation because you give so much to them. There's a sense that they understand or feel that they hold the key to kind of opening something up between the two of you that would lead to a greater degree of closeness and fulfillment than has been the case between you up to this point, or than they've even experienced in their life in general, with other people emotionally speaking. It's almost like you have the key to my heart. I'm ready to let go of sort of the search for the one or the search for the person, because I see who that is, and it's you standing here in front of me, or you who I am watching from a distance, and sort of calculating my next move to come in closer and to speak, offer some kind of reconciliation, or begin the lines of sort of discussion to repair the situation, or get to know one another again. And we have Archangel Haniel, joy, blessings, intuition. So they see you as somebody you are who you say you are. You're a very authentic person. You're not somebody who cares about what others think. You don't sort of posture in order to fit into the expectations of others. You inspire this person to stand in their authenticity as well. There's a sense of almost just the level of joy that you carry inside of yourself, or the way in which you are able to make magical moments out of the most mundane things. it's very encouraging for this person that there would be space within the relationship for not just kind of practical connection, but the nature of joy as an essential quality to their well-being as a person, your well-being as a person, almost like a playfulness within the connection. No matter how old you are, or how long you'd be together with one another, there's a sense that there would always be this kind of fun, flirtatious energy, this playfulness in the situation, that it feels like they've been wanting that with somebody. They've been wanting a place where their inner child could just sort of come out and roam free. And there's a sense that who you are as a person, kind of the sparkle in your eyes, the mischief in your eyes, or even a sense of wonder with which you look towards the world, or that you even kind of hold when you gaze upon this person, or when they're speaking about things that are important, when they're kind of being their most authentic self, there's a sense of feeling very seen in that all-encompassing way by you, that isn't forced, that isn't manipulative. It's it's not something that's dismissive of this individual, but it's just a sense of that you really understand them. They feel very seen in your presence. You just get them as a person, and this is something that they are wanting to create, almost like a sanctuary where this energy, this innocence, this purity, this light between the two of you can thrive and be encouraged to bloom or expand even. And we have up from the depths, releasing difficulty. So they see you as somebody who has generated this version of yourself through some sort of struggle, that it's like you didn't build this version of you overnight, and there's an urge on this person's part to help you shoulder those burdens, whatever those might be, any responsibilities that you carry in your life or that you carry emotionally speaking. There's an urge to provide and protect that comes very naturally from this individual towards you. They're wanting to help kind of unshoulder some of the burdens for you if they can, or be that sort of place where you can feel free to be yourself outside of sort of the demands and the constraints of the world, or whatever you have going on in your life right now, any struggles that you may be enduring, or almost kind of celebrating and recognizing and rewarding the hard work that you've put in to sort of cultivate this version of you, or to keep that inner child alive, keep that spark inside of you bright, despite everything that may have gone on that would have threatened to dim that or extinguish that in some way. It feels like this person really celebrates you for who you are, this current version of you, something where they want to make known, or they almost see that despite any obstacles that you've faced, you've come out even more radiant, even more beautiful, even more captivating. You haven't been diminished by the things in life that have weighed you down. Your story of triumph, or your willingness to continue to persevere in the face of obstacles, or even when you're having like a bad day or an off day, your willingness to continue to show up, put yourself out there, show up for this individual in a compassionate or even an authentic way. It's something that really encourages them, or makes them kind of want to sort of shelter you, or bring you under their wing, or kind of be there for you, to be a source of solace, to be a source of relief, rather than somebody that kind of compounds your burdens or adds to your stress. So they're seeing you as somebody who is also able to kind of manage stress very well, manage your duties and obligations very well, still make time for that playfulness and that joy, even though they feel like you are also somebody, they're seeing you as very responsible, or you're taking care of your responsibilities in a very professional and very astute manner. And so it feels like something that they're wanting to kind of make themselves more a part of your life, or see kind of how you can combine forces with one another, to sort of help lift one another up towards the achievement of deeper dreams in life and in love. So let's get some message cards from their higher self and see what this person wants you to know right now. and they say, I shouldn't have let you go. So yeah, if this is a past person, they are definitely regretting the decision to walk away from the situation or to let you walk away. Feels like they've been regretting that for quite some time. Maybe very immediately they were kind of like, what did I do? That maybe wasn't in my best interests, or they've been trying to like make their way kind of back to you for quite some time. But there's a sense of almost this person feeling, I want to bring you in closer to my life, or I want to return to your world, and I don't want to let you go. I've learned my lesson. I've learned the hard way, and there's a desire to be close to you. And they also say, I'm really attracted to you. So it feels like everything about you is very pleasing to this individual. They see you as somebody that could be their life partner, could be their future spouse, mother of their children, father of their children, somebody that they want to grow old with. They want to watch the passing of time alongside. There's an eternal element to this energy here, almost like, I'd go through every single lifetime and search for you and find you, and it would be a full and fulfilled life over and over again to have this experience of love with you. And they also say, I check up on you through social media. So that can be a confirmation for those of you in the no contact situation, that the idea of like the last time they saw you could be the last time you posted something on social media, and they were able to sort of witness you in real time. It feels like even if this is somebody that you're currently like dealing with face to face, they spend a lot of time sort of thinking about, reminiscing on those experiences, maybe looking at pictures of you on their phone, or even watching your social media, even if they're kind of having those face-to-face interactions with you. And they also say, I don't want anyone else but you. So they again see you as like their perfect match, their counterpart, their soulmate, their twin flame, the person that they want to build a life with, build towards the future. You are that dream come true. You are that wish fulfillment for them. So I'm going to get some initials. This can be a first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We've got V, N, Y, H, G, E, Q, N, D, Z, I, L, B, G, C, O, and P. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. Chose the appetite. So let's take a look at the person on your mind. The last time they saw you, what did they think? This could have been an in-person interaction, or maybe looking at you on social media. What were their thoughts and feelings? And we have become the master you seek. So there's a sense that they have witnessed or recognized that maybe long-term goals and dreams that you have had or that you've talked about in the past, you're well underway to making those a reality, to having those come to fruition, to come true. You've made some strides in your life in terms of changes that may have needed to be made in order to align more deeply with kind of the level of success that you're hoping to achieve, or things where it's almost more than just kind of acting the part or acting as if until it shall be. There's almost a sense of you have become that goal, you have become that wish fulfillment. You encourage this person, it feels like, as well, to sort of reimagine the ways in which they envision that kind of wish fulfillment for themselves would also be achieved and attained. Something where you're a different face of love. You put kind of a different idea or notion within this person's mind and heart, in terms of what it means to be happy, what it means to be successful, what it means to be loving, or the well-lived life, being very content or making the most of certain circumstances, utilizing one's gifts to the best of their ability, kind of blooming where you're planted, all those sort of energies. You are the embodiment of all of that. You are that living example. There's a sense that you are love itself embodied. You are the walking emanation of that. You've come into a place of knowing and loving yourself so deeply that everything in your world or everything in the world around you just shifts in accordance with that in a most beautiful way. And it's something where this person almost kind of can envision themselves also blossoming into that next evolution of themselves, just by the sheer virtue of the fact of aligning with you or opening their heart to you. You are that love that they have been seeking in many tangible and also sort of inexplainable and sort of transcendent ways. And we also have plant the seed of a new template. So they see you as somebody who is a risk taker, but in the best possible way. You are nonconformity itself. You are very authentic, very unique individual. You march to the beat of your own drum. You are somebody that people strive to be like or emulate in terms of your goals, your values, your work ethic, who you are as a person, what you hold dear, what you hold precious, the way in which you live your life. All of it is something that it feels like really encourages this person to start to reimagine sort of what they've been holding back within themselves, and what they are now encouraged to kind of let loose and share with the people around them or the world around them. They see you as somebody who is very imaginative, or you've created almost a very imaginative reality for yourself, but in a very practical, grounded, and down-to-earth aspect. There's something almost etheric about you, and yet you're easy to relate to. There's a warmth and a level of comfort that you kind of give with that authenticity, with that uniqueness about you, that inspires others around you to dream bigger, or to take away any sort of barriers or prohibitions that they've placed around themselves that say certain things aren't possible, or where people have been kind of like fearful to take leaps of faith or take calculated risks. It's almost the way in which you embody the fullness of your own essence that encourages others to be sort of daring and reaching for those bigger dreams, or just a deeper sense of purpose and meaning within themselves. And we have Vesica Pisces. So there's a sense that this person sees that you are a very spiritually aligned individual. You have found your calling, you found your purpose, and even if you don't share that, or it's not very well known, there's a sense of just certainty within. There's like a compass that is pointed due north inside of yourself. You know who you are. You know where it is that you're headed in life, even if it's kind of a vague destination. You follow that call of your heart above all else, and it inspires this person to sort of seek and find those energies within themselves as well. They see you as somebody that they could be part of a power couple by linking up with you, deepening the relationship between the two of you, moving in closer and participating with this connection openly and equitably. There's a sense that with you by their side, anything is possible, or those big dreams and visions might not be so outlandish, might not be so out of reach after all. You help this person to kind of find that balance as well between the spiritual and the material, between the liminal and the logical. There's a sense of that the way in which you sort of hold space as well for the exploration on their part or other people's parts to sort of working their way around constructs into possibilities, working beyond solutions into the range of sort of what if, working beyond fact into the aspect of theory. All of this is something that it feels like brings forth a very expansive energy. There's also something about you that's very kind of mysterious. It brings forth a questioning. You stimulate a beginner's mind within this person, within other individuals, in terms of, again, their idea of sort of success or loving oneself, or living that very well-rounded life, the way that you move through life, the way that you use your time on this planet in a very conscious way, in a way that might not be understood by others, but it's understood by you. It's meaningful to you. That's something that it feels like is really, this person sort of recognizes that, and what they see in you is almost like a guide or a teacher to a different way of being. That to love you, to be loved by you, would be an experience of divinity itself. It would open up so many other channels of possibility within themselves, their relationship to themselves, their relationship to others, their relationship to the world around them, that it's almost, you call forth a higher spiritual energy out of this person, or they see you almost cloaked in a halo of just gnosis within yourself. You're somebody who has clearly, it feels like, been on some kind of pilgrimage. You've had some kind of awakening. You've come through the dark night of the soul, and you've been rebirthed into this very radiant and balanced individual. So it's almost that they take you in, it feels like, or they've taken you in this last time around as something of the sacred, something that can't be moved towards purely with an ego-based consciousness, but must be approached with kind of that marriage between the higher principle and sort of earthly matters, having moved beyond dissolution of the ego back into sort of an assemblage of something new, something beyond that, something innovative. That this kind of sparks or inspires, or you have inspired this kind of process within this person, or a willingness to kind of go with the flow, go through the motions of any sort of transformational period that they are in right now. You make change look beautiful. There's a desire to seek and find that kind of divinity within themselves, that door to divinity that exists inside, or the light that you hold within. It's almost kind of sent a signal to this person where they're able to kind of locate self-acceptance in a way that might have been very elusive before. So there's a sense that this person recognizes you or sees you as like their medicine in a way, their sacred medicine. You are that, your heart is that chamber within which the best version of them could be seen or recognized or honored, because they see and recognize and honor that best version of you that shines forth in the essence of everything that you are. And we also have alignment. So this is right person, right time. This is something that indicates that a lot of signs might have even kind of pointed or indicated that it's time to move things forward, or that you're the person that they've been looking for. Something that may have kind of led to a bit of curiosity, or almost observing, like the last time they saw you, kind of observing certain things but holding a lot back, sort of vetting out the situation or checking in with themselves, like, am I really ready for what comes next in this situation? And there's a sense that yes, everything about you just points to yes, you are that person, that mind, body, soul, you align with this individual, or they feel like they are able to kind of achieve or find the way to that place of alignment within themselves just by the essence of what you kind of exude. There's something very activating about you. You may have activated this person last time they saw you. It's almost like the ripple effect from that. They may have been thinking of you for days after that encounter. Even just seeing you on social media, it might have even been something that really sparked like an energetic change or an awakening within this person that has helped to kind of maybe quiet some storms inside of them, or it's brought peace where there was maybe confusion before. A sense of if they were not certain what the future of this connection would hold, or if you really were the right person for them. Whatever has happened or whatever they've seen, even just an energy, again, like a halo of energy, something about your auric field being so strong and robust and brilliant and authentic. You've opened their eyes just by virtue of you being yourself, very authentically and very naturally. You've opened them to an awareness within their heart that says, this is your person, this is the one, this is the direction you should move towards in order to achieve that full sort of alignment. And we also have Archangel Zadkiel, self-acceptance, compassion, forgiveness. So they see you as somebody who is a very transcendent being. You transcend the ordinary. You transcend the ideas that they have had for themselves as far as like what the perfect person would look like, who their perfect match is. It's like you fit all those requirements, but then you bring their awareness, so you've brought their awareness to something that goes beyond just sort of material qualities. There's something about the energy that you exuded the last time they saw you or interacted with you, where it's almost like their soul spoke to them and said, this is the person. This fulfills you not just on a practical level, but this is the one that sort of quenches all of that thirst inside of you. This is the person that can sort of align and conjoin with you on a deep personal level that transcends the ordinary. There's something very mystical about you. There's something very magical about you. They see you almost as kind of a glowing individual, and you bring out a glow within them as well. That they see you as somebody who is very, very patient and very kind. That you would be the type of person that would sort of hold space for this individual through each manifestation of themselves, through all seasons of their life. There's a sense that you would be that person who could keep up with them through those evolutions, who would be there with them in good times and bad. And that this is something where they're craving more of this, they're craving this connection and kind of a desire to move in closer to you. We also have family tree, expansion, legacy. So this person, it feels like the last time that they saw you, they could envision having children with you or blending families. They see that you're somebody who would fit in very well with their family, with the people that matter to them most. There's a desire to fit in with your family, to kind of combine your legacies together, or to just tap into the roots that you've laid with one another at this point, or even untap seeds of potential, and a desire and a motivation to feed into this connection in a way that creates an expansiveness that lasts beyond just something seasonal. The love that they have for you, the affection that they have for you, it has not dwindled or diminished over time, but it's almost, it's more powerful now. If you've been at a distance from one another, so maybe this person's watching you from afar, there's almost a sense of The last time they saw you, they realized, I love you more than I did before. Time has only enhanced, it's only sort of ripened these feelings, and there's a desire to take the steps that are necessary in order to sort of overcome any fears or challenges that might have created that distance between the two of you in the past, because there's almost a sense of this connection is unbreakable. This is true love. This is something that truly has withstood all the pressure that has been put upon it, that you have been able to almost kind of hold love inside for them. Maybe if you were interacting with them, kind of the kindness and the compassion despite anything that you've been through that was difficult. It's almost a sense of you have healthy boundaries, you have self-respect, and yet there's a place for forgiveness within this situation. There's a place to transcend the obstacles or the misunderstandings of what have happened before between the two of you, or just even the essence of kind of where you're at in your life at this point, or the frequency that you're vibrating on. It's a sense that if an apology is owed in this situation, there's hopefulness that you'd be receptive to that, rather than kind of like a fear of rejection that might have kept this person at a distance before. There's a sense of almost like, we can make this work. We can make it through this. I'm motivated to try because I'm wanting to feed into this energy. I'm wanting to feed into this connection. This is where my heart belongs. You are my home, and I'm wanting to come home to you. So let's get some message cards from their higher self and see what this person would tell you right now if they could. And they say we are destined to be together. Yeah, so they feel that it is inevitable that there will be a reunion between the two of you, or that the connection will develop into the next sort of phase or level. There's a sense of there's nobody else that they want to be with. Nobody else has made them feel quite the way that you have made them feel. Nobody else fits so perfectly into sort of the spiritual and materially aligned energies that are required for them to feel very safe, very seen, very secure as an individual, and also kind of brings forth the full essence of all that they want to give, all that they hold inside in terms of those loving energies to experience and to express with another person. And they also say, I check up on you through social media. Yeah, so if you're at a distance from this person, they're lurking in the shadows, they're watching you, they're taking in everything, soaking up your energy, and it feels like kind of planning their next move. They may be vetting out, is there any potential suitors here? Is there any kind of competition in this situation? If so, what do I need to do in order to present the most compelling case or argument for why you should give them another chance, why you should open up your heart to them? And they also say, I am hiding my true feelings for you. Yeah, so this is somebody who has been wanting to express their love, their affection, their emotions for you for a while, and had held back maybe due to fear of the intensity of the connection, or if they feared rejection in the past. There's almost a sense of you have proven to them in some sort of way, just by you being you and them able to observe from afar, quietly, or in the ways in which, if you're currently dealing with this person and they've maybe held back from you, you haven't pushed them, you haven't kind of pressured them to make a decision. You've just sort of accepted where they're at with the situation and kind of acted accordingly in your own right. And it feels to be something that it is finally sort of a pressure has been alleviated from this individual, that their heart is safe with you, their life is safe with you, their capacity for love is safe with you, and there's a desire to pour into this situation, to share those feelings openly, to not just keep them bottled up inside. If they've been keeping them inside for quite some time, it's like the feelings have only gotten richer in this time where they've just sort of kept it all to themselves. And it's a sense of, it's an elixir now. It's something that can really help to heal and rejuvenate the two of you. And so there's a desire to express that openly. And they also say, I am truly sorry. So if this is something where an apology is owed, a reconciliation is necessary, this person may be working up the courage to do that, scripting, planning out what they want to say, maybe some kind of grand gesture or demonstration that will accompany the words of I'm sorry, or I wish I had known then what I know now, or I see your value and worth, just whatever would sort of be involved in kind of mending the bridge between the two of you that may have fallen apart due to neglect, or had been burned between the two of you due to situations that you'd been through with one another. Whatever it is, there's an energy of wanting to reach out, wanting to express themselves, wanting to clear the air between the two of you, and let you know some of those deeper feelings that they've been holding inside. So I'm going to get some initials. This can be a first, middle, or last name if you or this person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We got I, C, L, D, S, I, Q, Z, G, D, H, T, M, T, X, and F. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.